attract your parents as lovers. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess Go. I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. And there is this common pattern that we've all experienced when it comes to romantic relationships. We either attract the avoidant type or the anxious type or both. And there will be a point in time where we attract a secure type when we stop transferring our relationships with our parents and siblings onto our romantic partners and lovers. So to put it into perspective, with my personal journey with this, is that I would either attract my father, who's an avoidant, with lovers, and I would attract my mother, the anxious type, in relationships. And I never felt satisfied. I felt I was chasing something to fulfill me. Whether it's with the avoidant, where I'm not able to get the commitment, but there's excitement there because the commitment isn't there. However, it creates a lot of emotional turmoil and havoc from going after a high, having an amazing time with an avoidant, and then crashing low when they're not able to commit and they just want a fling or something casual. And then you have the experiences with the anxious. It feels great to find stability with someone who wants to be in a relationship with you, who wants to commit to you, and how that makes you feel good that you are wanted and needed. However, it can get very stale and become a turnoff when they want you way too much. They expect you to be there 24/7. And there's no boundaries, no space in between in that relationship. So it can feel quite suffocating. And so what I've learned is that where am I transferring my experiences of my father onto my brother, and how that deteriorated our relationship until I decided to let go and process my codependencies with men and stop engaging in sex and dating for 4 years. So I can truly discover who I am without the need or stimulation from men. And through that process, and I'm not saying this is for everyone, but through that process, it has helped me to forgive my brother for being an avoidant and forgive him for the situation that he was at. And through that forgiveness, he was able to feel safe to engage with me. And the time was right for him to do that. And I now have so much love and respect for him because now I understand where he was coming from, and we now have a healthy and functional relationship where I'm no longer transferring my daddy issues onto him, and I just simply see him as my younger brother. And we just reach out to one another when we're ready to catch up or connect. It doesn't have to be every single week. And I've learned to manage my expectations as an anxious. And so time to time he would reach out to me or message me, and that is enough for us to have a connection. So that's the beauty of managing expectations and to stop transferring our parents onto our partners. And with me, my brother, I had so many expectations that I placed upon him because it was unfulfilled needs that I had with my father. And that was the same with men. I kept attracting avoidant men because I was still holding onto subconsciously and unconsciously my woundings with my father, unmet needs, being emotionally neglected. And this created this anxious type within myself to chase men. I would ask men out to go for a date. And I was very much in my wounded masculine and not magnetic in my feminine, to trust the process rather than controlling the process, that I want to hold him down now rather than just allowing things to flow and play out. I don't need to commit to the guy now. The smart thing to do is to see what it's like to be with him before asking for any commitment. And he also has to express that commitment too. It works both ways, not just one way. And there was a lot of emotional immaturity around that because I haven't grown through that trauma. And the other thing is being an avoidant in a secure relationship, and not also having my needs met, where I felt suffocated, where it was too demanding to be in that relationship. And I just wanted freedom. I wanted time away from that person. I wanted to hang out with my friends. I want to be in a different vibe and environment. And so with that in mind, it reminded me a lot about my mother, where I felt that with her. And as I learned to say no, with having my boundaries and when is enough and what am I willing to tolerate, then I was able to free myself from those relationships where it wasn't healthy at all. And I was in that relationship because it gave me security, it gave me certainty, it gave me confidence that I was needed and wanted and that I was appreciated. And when I was able to let that all go, the old ways of being in a relationship, I then attracted and also being attracted to an avoidant man. And that really opened up my heart wide open when I found out he had a girlfriend, and it took him a while to say that to me. And I felt so betrayed. I lost trust and faith. And through that experience, it took me a while to process it and heal it. But I can see now in hindsight, he did me a favor. And that was a blessing that I wasn't able to see back then because I felt deceived. And when I attracted a different man instead, who showed me my self-worth, who was able to hold space for my pain and not run away from it because my anger was too intense for him. He was able to show me and role model to me the healthy masculine in his healed feminine and healed masculine. And he is human too. However, he's the closest that I could get of what is a healthy role model of a man. And when I saw that, witnessed that, experienced that, I felt full within myself. My inner child didn't have that need to look for love in the wrong places because of transferences of my father onto men and the transferences of my mother onto men. And now I have successfully manifested a beautiful relationship that is so amazing in so many different ways, where we are compatible in so many different ways, yet we do have our differences that keeps us polarizing one another, but also attracted to one another as well. And through the shifts that I've experienced in letting go of these transferences and receiving the right energy from the right type of man that I've been longing and desiring for a long time, that I was able to finally see this is healthy, rather than seeing toxicity and dysfunctionality and avoidant behaviors and codependency is healthy. So there was obviously a shift within myself to be able to finally see that and have attracted that. And so if you are struggling with this, you know, this is not going to happen overnight. This requires a high level of awareness as well as profound healing to break away from the wounded masculine and feminine hooks that we have from our parents. So if you feel called to dive deeper in changing that, I am running my conscious relationship workshop in Tokyo and London, and we will be focusing on processing negative charge emotions that we've projected onto our current partners, past lovers, from our parents, and experiencing a relationship constellation. What is the block? How would you be in alignment with your partner or manifest that soulmate? So this would be a very powerful experience. Conscious communication, and also ending it in a healing love chamber to integrate from this experience to phrase you in your healthy masculine and feminine. So if you feel called to join me, please click on the link below to learn more, to book a ticket, or to book a free clarity call if this is right for you. I am also running my Transforming Trauma weekend workshops in Tokyo and London as well, to release and process trauma and suppressed emotions in our childhood, our ancestors, our past lives, and I'll be running a family constellation to shift the energetics, body work to release trauma from the body, light language transmissions and sound therapy, including a tuning fork to start shifting any energetic and emotional blockages that you're holding on to, so you can be more in alignment with your authentic self. So you can also click on the links in the subscription and the video description, that's what I meant, for you to learn more, to book a ticket, or to book a free clarity call. And if you're like, oh, I want to test the waters first before I commit to that, then come and check out my full moon past life trauma clearing circle on Zoom, where I share astrological updates for the month ahead and the full moon energy that we're in, and I will guide you into a quantum meditation and speak light language to start shifting any traumatic experiences that you have with your past life that's showing up in this lifetime, which you can also book a ticket and learn more in the link in the video description. So there you have it. I really hope that my story has helped you to understand how we can attract our parents as lovers. And it does require guidance. I don't think this is something that you can do on your own. From my personal experience, you would have to have a high level of awareness to navigate yourself through this. If not, guidance from a mentor or a coach or a practitioner who has walked in your shoes and have successfully come out of it the other side and can show you the pathway to do that. So may this serves you, my love, and that love comes to you when you choose to love yourself.